Let's get right to the AFC South. Right?
And,
Right.
and Ross, you better be in here because this is we specifically waited on this one for you, dog. And if you ain't here right now, bro, hey, you're gonna have to catch it on the playback. But you already know what's up. AFC South. Who finished last place? We don't even got to ask.
Was it the
Houston
Texans?
Texans, baby.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely the Texans.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start off right now and
Please.
say,
You show up?
hey, for this team to have had the number one pick and to do all the stuff that they did, I don't hate this roster. I feel like D'Amico Ryans could be having this thing and headed in the right place. They have some things on each side of the ball that I like. Pause. So yeah, so this roster for it to be, their time, like as we all know, everybody likes to have that, that clock on that rookie contract. This is that they're in a good position because now, like, you got Jalen Petrie, you got Derek Stingley Jr. on the defensive side of the ball. You got C.J. Stroud, you got Laramie Tunsil, you got Titus Howard, you got Damian Pierce, you got Tank Dell, and then you throw in your what you hope to be as your franchise quarterback. And I'm rooting for D'Amico Ryans, man. So I really think that this team has improved. We saw flashes of what we thought Will Anderson would be in the preseason. So, if that could be, if that could be, another one of your pass rushers, along with, those two stars that you got on the back end, D'Amico could do something with this. And I think this team, they don't have to be the last place team this year. They really can. They really can, be one of those tough, scrappy teams. I'm not saying it's true, but I think that they have something to work with.
And you make good points because one they make a splash at quarterback, go a new direction. I like D'Amico Ryans, man. So it's like I want this to work, and they do. Like, I feel like Will Anderson can be a cornerstone. It can be a cornerstone of your defense. So it's like, man, it's a weak division to me. So to AJ's point, like, they don't have to be last, even if they go rookie QB starting and whatever. So it's like they don't have to be. All they have to do is show up, do your damn job. I mean, which that's cliche, but if in that division, I feel like if you just do your job, you don't have to
know it.
Yeah, you don't have to be last, and that's for damn sure. So it's like, ain't too much to say about that. Other than that, I like D'Amico Ryans. Hey man, CJ.
I can echo everything that you guys already said already. If you look at the box score last year, right? Of all the games that they played in some competitive games last year. Like with some notable teams. Like they took some teams to the wire, they gave some teams, their best shot. And then just at the end of the day, they were just the lack of talent. They just couldn't beat the team. But they was a competitive team. It wasn't they just wasn't your normal number 2 seed or your supposedly number 1 overall seed. So if D'Amico Ryans, if he can coach, let's just say if he can coach, they can easily improve. Just off mere fact of his improvement in coaching. But they did make some roster changes, roster improvement, and they're on the uptick. It may not happen this year. They could possibly have the same duplicate type of record, but the optics could look better because they could be more competitive. Like I said, this is a rebuilding year. This is a rebuilding team. First year coach, rookie quarterback. So they're going to take their lumps. But I think they're on the way up.
And what I can say is they have the opportunity to steal some games because their NFC schedule is the NFC South. So they have an opportunity to steal some games. Yeah, I mean, so they got some opportunity to steal some games. Yeah, I mean,
what's going on, man? That's supposed to be, your second home, man.
Nah, I wanted to finish my point, and I'm a little sober, so I can't really. I didn't have a good rebuttal because my neurons wasn't firing at a rapid rate because I don't think straight sober. What Sosa say?
We could. I'm done with the Texans. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, me too. Did we ever pull this up?
No, we didn't.
We just start talking and shit. You got graphics for no reason. All right.
I was eating.
I was eating. So
I'm done now, though. We go on to the Colts.
Go on to the Colts.
And our guy Sean from Off the Dome Sports has already said.
I'm worried about the Colts.
He already said the Colts may be the worst team in AFC South.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and expound on that.
I'm just worried about because this is my thing. You got A. Richardson coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be your guy. Why would you play games with his number one weapon?
Mm-hmm.
He's also a mobile quarterback too. He's not just a stand in the pocket, so he could really benefit off of having his bell cow in training camp right now, getting on the same page, man.
Let me go after AJ.
So it's like, to me, it's like y'all told me a long time ago, man. It's profitability in losing in the NFL, man. So it's like, to me, it's like that might be their plan, especially when we have this guy, you know what I mean, as our franchise guy. We might as well go ahead and prove the theory, you know what I mean? Don't give him what he needs and see what happens. So, hey, I'm not a believer in the Colts. If they do anything, I'll be shocked.
We're going to talk about that theory after, Cannon. But I agree with you. No, you didn't take it too far. I agree with you. Like you said, AJ's always comes on here, and a lot of people come, they like to talk about the rookie quarterback contract, and you want to build, you want to took my motherfucker. No, I did not take the point. I'm letting you have it. I'm letting you have it.
Because he said AJ says that, yeah.
Yeah, so so when it comes to Jonathan Taylor, he's disgruntled, he's been disgruntled, but I don't understand. You know how we do. Leverage is always the key. When we hear anything about a contract, my first thing is always about who's the leverage. You were injured last year, Jonathan Taylor. I'm really surprised, not surprised, but I do understand that you're one of the best backs, and you're the next up when it comes to one of the next running backs to get paid. But you have no leverage. You have no legs to stand on. Actually, like I said, when you being injured last year, your best bet should have been coming in. It should have been, leading the league in rushing again, and putting pressure on the team to possibly pay you, because you have a quarterback on a rookie contract. They should have more money to spend. It ain't like they got, other than DeForest Buckner, who else are they really paying on this team? And Quentin Nelson, like, they should have cap space to spend. So if you'd have done your job, I would have advised Jonathan Taylor to do, maybe you would get your money next year. But I understand, you're a running back. You got to force your way to try to get your money now, try to secure your money now, so we can expound on the possible trade after AJ go.
So my thing is, with my point that I usually say about being on a rookie contract, to me, this is actually the time where it kind of plays out perfect for the Colts to say, like, you know what? Hey, here, let's give you a couple $1 million, because guess what? We have it, and we have it right now, and it's August. We're not signing nobody else. We can give you an extra $2 to $3 million right now, because we not bringing nobody else in. The roster is set. If we do, it's just going to be a late camp cut, so we can do that. And one thing that I will always say, when we see mobile quarterbacks come in, the one thing that they normally do, they lead on one of the better rushing attacks in football. Mm-hmm. So guess what? Why not help Anthony Richardson out and say, look, we gonna give you Jonathan Taylor, and if you can't throw the ball, guess what? We gonna have the number one rushing attack. Tebow couldn't throw the ball 5 yards down the field, but guess what? They still had the number one rushing attack when he was in. And now and then that allowed them to spread the field and still do a little bit more when Tebow wanted to, throw the ball, because they had to bring extra people down in the box. And as much as they want to talk about Anthony Richardson and his inaccuracies, one thing Anthony Richardson can do is throw the damn deep ball. So if you pounding the rock and you got Jonathan Taylor, who you got to worry about going for 150, Anthony Richardson, who you got to worry about going for 150, and guess what? They got receivers Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce on the outside, that's not a bad duo on the outside. So to me,
you shocked me.
So to me, guess what? Why not pay the? And I'm not saying you got to give him some 5-year deal, but you have Anthony Richardson on a 5-year rookie contract.
Yeah,
give him extra 2 years.
I agree more with you, AJ.
Only reason I agree, pay your playmakers, but like I did state, he doesn't have any leverage.
Right.
But AJ, you surprised me, and the reason why I let you go last because I thought you was going to say, since you have a mobile quarterback, running back really becomes less valuable.
Oh, you need it.
This makes it even better. This makes it even better.
We've had private conversations about other subjects.
About other subjects.
So I thought you would go that route. That's why I let you go. But I understand what you're
saying. And that was to my point too. And it's just like I get it. He don't have leverage, right, Hill? When you look at the overall NFL running back situation. Mm-hmm. But individually on his team, being that they're in this window that they're in, you would think he has some type of leverage with the work that he's already put in the bank. Yes, he's been injured, but you know that when he's healthy, he's a bell cow. So it's like, bro, like, and even a pocket passer, even a pocket passer quarterback could
use him.
Yeah, especially a young quarterback, bro. It's like, come on. Then if you have him in camp, running back see so many other things that young quarterbacks don't know, blocking assignments, stuff like that, bro. It just would have been a help to me. So it's like I just don't get it. And that was my point why I said it. Yeah, it's the point that y'all put me on to. There's profitability in losing. So it's like because that is too easy. Because a couple million more, and I feel like he could be in camp, and that ain't breaking nobody's pocket or hurting nothing.
But this is my thing.
Saquon did it for $900,000, and they got to make the playoffs to get it.
You say, "Oh, that's it, cool." You right. This is my thing, bro. And this is a devil's advocate point. This is definitely not a cake for Jim Irsay, but once again, I'm gonna state it's a devil's advocate point. We already stated that who else has to get paid on this team? Who's next up to get paid on this team? Somebody like Michael Pittman next up. You know, Jonathan Taylor's next up.
Michael Pittman ain't getting my fault. Go ahead.
But this is what we talking about this roster when we talk about who's next to really get paid, right?
Yeah.
What I'm not about to do is reward this attitude that you just gave me. This disgruntledness that now all of a sudden you just do you reward your child when your child does a hissy fit, a temper tantrum? Do you reward your child in that? No, you discipline your child. What I'm not about to do is all of a sudden you're not coming to camp. You're not rehabbing in the facility. You're not doing any of the things that help to show that you are a team player. So what I'm not about to do is break the bank to pay no disgruntled player in my organization. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get paid, you might want to play a game, play along.
I mean, that's I feel like is taken.
I see that, and if that's the path that Jim Irsay is taking, then that's the whole damn problem with this entire system, because we not equating it to your child, because I'm not your child. This is business. Mm-hmm. And we not about to enter into these business agreements as if I'm your subordinate. That's just like this is more of the equivalent of workers going on strike. Like this is why they have a players union. This is like when UPS said, "Hey, we not coming to work," and guess what? UPS got rewarded by their salaries going up to $170,000. Because this ain't like your child saying, "Hey, go behave when we go into this store." This is different.
Because UPS had what? The UPS workers had what? And they had leverage. They had leverage.
But that's my point.
But if you want to use I didn't cut you off. No, I didn't say you cut me off. I was just saying you want to use the business point. This is the only reason I cut you off. So I'm sorry, no disrespect. The reason why you want to change it from the temper tantrum to a business point, If you want to raise right now, you are not about to go to your boss's office and act the ass. You're gonna show up to work and do your job, and so you can get a raise.
No,
so
not
so you want to raise.
necessarily.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm listening.
Because guess what? If that's
But
the only
hold on.
Wait. Let me finish.
Don't take my point, man. I'll be using that point, man.
He tried to flip my point. I'm still listening.
Because in football, the only leverage that they have is not showing up. That's the only thing that they got, and they even took that away from them. But now it's just like, okay, at least like, you know, that's still all I have. I got all I have to do. And my thing is, I can't go into my boss's office, because if I go into my boss's office and say, hey, I want to raise, and he'd be like, no, and I don't show up to work, I'm an at-will employee. They could just be like, let me go, no severance, no nothing. Hey, put your head between your legs and kiss your sweet ass goodbye. But if they do that with Jonathan Taylor, the thing about Jonathan Taylor, there is some money that is still owed to him. So it's like he can do that. And if they cut him, they still at least got to give him that. If I do that,
they have a little bit of leverage though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the all. But and he's exercising the only little. He's exercising the only bit.
He has the fact that what you said earlier. He has the fact that, bro, they fine at doing it now, but I guarantee you, if they start out 0-4, they might bring him in. So it's like his leverage is y'all are gonna struggle. Y'all might struggle with this rookie QB without me, man. You know I'm the bell cow. So that's his one thing, and he's banking on, if they really want to do that, knowing that they can come in and have an elite backfield with both of them.
So then what he really could have did, he could have really held out. Because on a rookie deal, the fines can get rescinded. You can see just like when we talk about the 49ers later on about Bosa, why he's not in cap. His fines can get rescinded because he's still on a rookie deal. So if he really wanted to hold out and put his feet to the fire, he could have held out, but he didn't. He don't know what he's doing. He all over the place.
Hey, man.
So before we move on for the Colts, do we predict he get traded?
What's good? Whoop.
It's no, because it's what our guy FVO said, man. Is this the right one? Yeah. Running backs are devalued, but they want a first round pick for him, bro. So it's like,
which one is it?
Yeah, like, and if I'm a team,
this Irsay fault anyway.
But if I'm a team and I know that we've devalued the position, I'm not giving you a first round pick for that, bro.
Because here's my thing. Why would I give you a first round pick for him? And I probably wouldn't even draft a running back with a first round pick.
Gilbert Arenas made a great point, and I know it's Gilbert Arenas, so you got to take the good with the bad.
A great point.
Yeah, I know. As we said, take with the good with the bad, but he was using Harden as a situation as the point. He said, "Oh, you say Harden don't come to work. He come out of shape. He parties all the time. He does all this. He's a disgruntled employee. He's detriment to the team. He's all these negative things, right? Mm-hmm. But then when it comes to the trade part, you want all this compensation.
Exactly.
But you say, no. Give me all this negative. Where's the trade? Where's the negative part of the trade value? I'll trade for that because I can deal with that. Let that be my headache. Let that be that choice. You cannot have it both ways.
That's why you need Kevin Costner in that war room, man. You're gonna bring up that negative, man.
But another thing we like we've always said, it's always a dummy. It's always gonna be one to get got.
As always.
If they get a first round pick, I'm
no.
Weak, bro.
Hey, listen, they get a first round pick. I'm
gonna be weak, bro.
I might streak down the hallway just
hey, if they get a first round pick, I'm taking whatever Irsay on, because obviously that shit make you a genius. It may slur your speech a little bit, but it may make you a genius.
That's all he's doing.
That's a dip, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's actually going to show. Poker. He's giving him. It's not a good faith go search for a trade. It's not one of them. You know how when I said with the Chiefs when they gave the Tyreek, they say, "Hey, look, we tried to pay you, but look, go search for a trade, and we'll trade you wherever you need to go."
But
that's a good faith trade.
It's possibility they could get it though, because there is always one.
So once again, we're giving you the opportunity to go find it, go see your value.
But here's the thing.
He ain't gonna want to go there. That's the thing.
Here's the thing where Hill says it's not a good faith trade, and I agree because
I agree
he can go and find it, but then they can just be like, that ain't enough.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor come back, make it enough. No, we need this, but that's the best I can get. Well, come on, bring your ass to camp.
Coach need more grip, Coach need an offensive player to build something around Richardson. They absolutely need him. Yeah. They absolutely need him.
Because like we said, with Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson, this would make that team, like this would make that offense look a lot different and could make them pretty dangerous because you have those weapons on the outside. And even if their offensive line isn't what we thought it was when they went to go get Matt Ryan and what they sold him, it's going to look better because Anthony Richardson is mobile. He can protect your offensive line.
With Shane
Steichen, who we've seen do this with Jalen Hurts.
So this offense could definitely be something if Jonathan Taylor can get on board and get right. But they have to figure this out. If like Ken had been saying, if they want to compete this year.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, sorry.
Stop saying hello. You already said. Let's move on to the third place team, and it is the Titans. Well, second place, I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Cannon, I think it's your go.
It definitely can go.
Well, they got my guy, King Henry. He's the staple.
I thought you about to say Newt.
No, he's not on Nuke at all. But I do like Dobbs. I mean, Vrabel. So they got some good stuff going for them. But I just don't. I don't know if they.
It ain't curling all the way.
Well, you know how I feel about Tannehill, and hey man, is he the guy? You know what I'm saying? So it's like if he's the guy, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm asking legitimately. Is he the guy? So I can finish my point.
I mean, got to be the guy.
So then I can't really back this team all the way, even with the addition of Nuke. Like I feel like Nuke and Ryan Tannehill are one and the same at different positions. They're both trying to prove themselves. So it's like, can they prove themselves? Very possible, but you need more people. I don't believe you. Like even though this division is weak, I just feel like there's better competition. So it's like that Texans team, I feel like you're not gonna be able to slide past them if you're playing. You know what I'm saying? They got a young QB. Like, what if he's him? You know what I'm saying? What if he gets hot? Then you playing around with Ryan Tannehill. You know what I'm saying? They got somebody they believe in. You have somebody that you're just holding on for the time being. So it's like I really don't know, and I don't know how much more King Henry can shoulder the load. Like he's been shouldering it since he got there. So I mean, running backs devalued, but this running back's just been taking a licking and keep on ticking. So hey.
I was wondering where you was about to go with it, and then you showed up with that.
They got rid of his best guy last year. You know what I mean? The piece that complimented him the best. So it's like, bro, I really don't know what they're trying to do for real. Rose sold on them, and I don't know why, man.
Man,
other than
Loyal, this is where it's at. Where is Ross? Like he knew about this episode. He knew. That's what like. But I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is this the worst offensive line in football?
No,
they can't be.
No, you would know better than me. You would know better than me. But I do know that they did try to make some improvements. Like you said, they brought in Andre Dillard. They made it. They drafted Peter Skoronsky.
Yeah,
those two additions. Yes, they should be better than last year. Like you say, all trolling aside, they had a lot of injuries. Like I said, and they was also a game away They were also a game away from winning this division. Let's be honest. Jacksonville got hot. They just went on a run. But it was also a game away from winning this division with all the injuries that they had at a multitude of places. You know what I'm saying? You go get Nuke. He solidifies the wide receiver room. Unfortunately, I do not know when Burks will be returning from injury. You know that, AJ, when he returning?
No, not yet.
Like I said, that injury definitely hurts because they definitely had no wiggle room for any error when it comes to the wide receiver room, even with the addition of Nuke. They got a nice tight end. The defense is going to be the defense. Like I said, the defense was still competing last year, and it's still going to compete. A Mike Vrabel team is going to compete at the end of the day. And like I said, we said this division is not really that damn good, so they can still compete. At the end of the day, it still may have to go through Tennessee just off the strip of they've been the standard in this division.
Of course.
So like I said, whoa, don't get it twisted. Like I'm selling them for like they're gonna like do something, but I'm only specifically talking about this division, and we've seen Tannehill before. We've seen this team be a number 1 seed not too far long ago.
But what do we say about them as a number 1 seed?
I mean, they were fugazi.
Okay, all right.
They just was relying on Henry.
Yeah,
but they also had AJ at the time, so it's like that helped. But like I said, they got rid of his most.
Now they don't even have this AJ.
So what about Malik, man? Like,
and that's the thing. Like you said, Malik been.
That's why I said like they really just believe in Tannehill, or is Malik?
It's behind them. They not good, bro.
Right? Yeah. And Will Levis seems like he might be behind Malik right now.
Why not give one of those? Why not give either one of those a chance?
Because they feel like they're supposed to be good.
Your best shot is Tannehill, bro. They trying to compete.
Yeah, but that doesn't work, bro. Like, bro, maybe 3 years ago, I came in, I was like a little bit optimistic, like Tannehill. This when they had the pieces. You feel me? All he gotta do is just do his job, and he couldn't do it then, bro. They're lesser now. You just said it. They don't even have this AJ. So how all of a sudden now Tannehill just gonna carve up now with less?
So here's my thing with Derrick Henry. There's still a chance that it could be like salvageable because you kind of put DeAndre Hopkins in there, and then hopefully you can get Treylon Burks back, and it could give you a little bit of something. And this defense is
what's his injury?
It's like I think it's like a hyperextended knee or like a sprained LCL, something like that. But this defense is always going to keep you in games. It's always going to keep them in games.
Not good defense.
But that's the thing, because this defense, and Mike Vrabel is a defensive head coach. He's going to feel what up, bro? He is going to feel like this team has a chance, and he ain't the type to give up. And to me, if they feel like Ryan Tannehill is their best option, Ryan Tannehill is going to be playing. If they feel like Ryan Tannehill is their best option and putting Malik Willis in the game, to him, that's giving up. To him, that's not trying to win, because now it's just like, oh, we're playing for next year. Let's get the young guys some reps. And Mike Vrabel don't got that mentality. But in all actuality, sometimes that could be the best thing for your roster and the best thing. But they have this win now defense, and they're trying to do that shit, especially when in a division where we said it ain't really that tough.
Y'all giving up everything, bro.
Hey, all I know is I tried my best. Like I said, they're going to compete. I do know that. Will Levis will start at least, but he hasn't been good in the preseason. He hasn't even been good. He hasn't been better than Malik.
Sometimes it's okay not to try and have a hot take. Will Levis might not be active on game day.
Facts, he might not. But this is my thing. It's sometimes it's harder for the backups to look good in preseason because they're playing with the guys that getting cut. You see what I'm saying? The backup quarterback normally is going to make the team. Sometimes even the third guy is going to be a sure lock on the practice squad. So it's like, but some of these guys are going to the street, bro. Like, and I got to come in here and look good. It's just, I've seen games where quarterbacks have hit their drops, done everything, hit a guy. So it's like, you can't put too much in it on the preseason. You got to look at when you watch quarterbacks in the preseason. You got to look at the mechanics, the fundamental. Is he getting the ball out on time? These things, like that's what I always talk about when I look at quarterbacks. I'm looking for the eye test because not everybody ain't playing with, you know what I'm saying, a Megatron or a Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb, somebody who can just snag if it get into their vicinity. So you really got to look at what these quarterbacks are offering, like beyond the spotlight. So it ain't just about the big play and the big catch, because it's 50-50. It takes two to tango.
Maybe an NFC West team should trade for Will Levis.
We can go ahead and move on to the Jags.
Or Malik Willis. Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
The darling of
the South.
They've been trying to crown them the new Bengals of the season since last year.
They got a top 5 quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence is who we thought they were. And this is for I don't know how AJ sounds. I know for me it sounds like I'm hating, and I'm not. I do believe that the Jaguars are definitely on the uptick again. They're going to continue on their upward trajectory that they did last year. They got hot, they figured it out, and they rode that hotness. Like you say, Trevor Lawrence actually they had
what did we say last season? Mm-hmm. This should just like last season, going into last season, we said it should look better just because you have an adult in the room. You got Urban Meyer out of there. And we said if Trevor Lawrence can't look good with Doug Peterson, he ain't gonna look good with nobody. Guess what?
He
did. He started, and that's really what it came down to. It's just like, hey,
they can't get better.
No. I'm not saying it can't get better. I'm saying
your tone.
What I'm saying is last year, as they were the darlings to everyone, this is kind of what we expected from them in a sense, because just like it was supposed to get better. Urban Meyer was terrible, so just coaching alone should give you, at least a boost. Now you add now to me the offense is going to get better.
You can, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can put him back down in Florida. He ain't know how to act. You feel me?
He said, "Oh, I'm in my stomach grounds. I'm out here kicking motherfuckers. Where the Pouncey Bros at? I run this shit."
Boys at the bar grabbing cheeks.
Hey, you feel me?
Cheeks. His thumb was up that thing.
How we did it in Florida. Boy.
But I mean, even though we said, like I said, having an adult in the room, a competent coach, they should look like how they look. But we definitely still didn't predict them making the playoffs and also winning the playoff game.
But with the Titans not being who Bro thought they were, cool. And then that's why that happened. So it's we say, this division is not strong, so
they still won a playoff game.
The adult in the room got them. It got them winning their division.
But there was also against a team
and that confidence was enough to prepare them to a playoff win, man. Sometimes you just need a little bit of continuity, man. And what I said earlier, it sounds cliche, but sometimes just doing your job can get it done.
Can definitely get it done, and that's exactly what happened. But going to getting Calvin Ridley back, and like you said, he's not coming off an injury.
Why is it my fault that did I say that they weren't injured or something? And I'm just
ifs happen, dog.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, I mean, y'all wanted Ross here. He here. So
we did.
So,
we did.
He give exactly what you asked for.
We did. But one thing I will say about
he want me to tell lies up here, though.
The one thing I will say about the Jaguars is kind of the opposite about the Titans. I need to see a little bit more from this defense.
Y'all didn't, bro. What the hell? If fault, AJ.
You good. If I can see a little bit more from this defense, then maybe I really will have a little bit more. I think that this could be a team that can comfortably win this division. If I can see a little bit more from this defense, especially if Trayvon Walker starts to show some improvement and live up to his draft status, then maybe we can see that. Tyson Campbell, he gives them a little bit of something in the secondary, but just want to see how it all comes together and how it all plays together. But Calvin,
who did they draft this year? Didn't they draft another corner this year?
No, they drafted that free safety Antonio Johnson late, and I think they just got some late round
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do that because they got Anton Harrison with that first pick. But what I was gonna say is, Calvin Ridley coming in, although he hasn't played in a year, if he can be a semblance of what he was, then this starts to drop at like what we always say, this starts to fit every wide receiver in their natural spot. You got Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, man in the slot, and he showed out last year. It looked like, hey, he was actually worth the money. Evan Ingram, showed, he stayed healthy and what they brought him out of Ole Miss to do. So this could be a really, really good offense. And then you got ETN and, like one of our guys that we like in the draft, Tank Bisbee, that can give you that speed. And then you got that power. This could be a really, really tough ass offense. And if they have a little bit of defense to go with that, man, this could be something.
Let's not forget about Zay Jones as well. So they got like at least four pass catchers that can get up. And I know you have questions about the defense, and I'm not necessarily that sold on the defense. I'm not saying, of course, we're not saying they're trash, but let's say, for example, a better offense, they could help this defense, make this defense
100%.
Make you play them, make teams play one dimensional. So
allow those rushers to pin their ears back.
So that could help the defense. Like I said, just because they have a better offense, a more, another quarterback, another year in his belt, understanding the offense, understanding what Doug, wants to do.
But you got to show me.
We still in the South.
We out.
Nah, we going to the West now. We got
a dark horse MVP. To answer the question, a dark horse MVP, yes.
I would say a dark horse, yes. You can say that.
Because he said dark horse. So yeah, we could definitely go ahead and put a little $5 on that. Sean, you might eat a little later.